That trick. What that
All
trick.
Right. Welcome to another live episode of the O&G StrikeZone. It's full bodies in shirts. No disappearances. Everybody's fully here today. All in for the start of the 2026 year. Alongside Marcus Green. That's right. Marcus Green. Kelvin Rozier. I'm Bryan Fulford. What up, family? Good to be on. Sorry we're a little late jumping on the show. But, we'll make it up on the back end. Anyway, good to have y'all on. Marcus, welcome back, man. We missed you, brother.
Yeah, welcome back, brother.
How's the family doing? How are you doing, brother? Give people an update.
Everybody's doing good. Mom's recovering. She did have a medical episode stroke, so had to take care of that. Everybody's doing good. I'm doing good, holding up. Hopefully some new things in the works, learning different things beyond whatever these past few years have taught me in engineering. So I'm learning some data analytics. So hopefully we can see some fruit from that. But other than that, everything's going good. I've still been trying to keep up with stuff, while I'm running around. But I appreciate the well wishes.
All right, good to have you. Definitely, folks. Glad to see you back in the building. Good to have you, Kelvin. What's the latest and greatest, man? In Tallahassee, is it as hot in Tallahassee as it is in Orlando for you?
It is hot. It's muggy. It's also lion season because football is here, buddy. It's reporting time.
Football lion. Okay,
It's reporting season. First practice is on Friday. Also, graduation is on Friday. I know we have several student athletes who will be among the graduating class in multiple sports. I'm gonna give a shout out to Kurt Dawkins though, because he sent the word to my wife that he was graduating, and he wanted O&G to know, and he wanted to come back on the show because you remember he made the his country's all team, so he's doing well.
Shout out to Kirk Dawkins. All right. Congratulations, Kirk, man. Friend of the program. And shout out to all of our student athletes that are graduating. Shout out to all the Rattlers. Any Rattlers that's graduating, man, we salute y'all.
That's how we do.
Welcome to the alumni family. And, enjoy that walk across the stage. Don't get too ridiculous. But enjoy it.
Yeah, don't get kicked off stage.
Yeah, don't get kicked off stage. Keep it respectful, and good stuff. So, all right. Well, today's show, we got a lot to get into today. Today, we will officially release the nominees of the 2026 O&G Awards. Still trying to work on getting the voting form together, but we will still work through that. And we got a special guest coming up at the bottom of the hour, right, Kelvin?
Yes.
Dolph himself, the head of equipment, FAMU equipment, is going to be joining us at the bottom of the hour. He is the one who makes everybody look so good, from the coaches to the athletes. He and that great equipment team, really great group of young people that he works with. So we'll talk to him and kind of find out what the latest and greatest is happening with FAMU equipment. If I'm not mistaken, last time I think he came on the show, he didn't he tell us about there was like some kind of sale and some gear and stuff that they were selling and stuff like that. So you never know, man. He might drop some intel on where Rattlers can get some gear. I'm not privy to any pre-information, but I'm just saying when he comes on the show, there's usually some interesting uniform, equipment, gear related stuff that comes out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And by the way, for all the coaches who watching, the O&G StrikeZone, 3X, 2X, Marcus, what you 1X?
Large.
Marcus okay, said, large. So
Marcus said, don't put him in. He's not there yet.
Keep working.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Shout out to I'm gonna say it out loud. Shout out to Coach G for reaching out and hooking the squad up with some gear. Like Kelvin said, we don't beg, but you can outfit us in some gear if you want. Ball caps.
You do not receive because you do not ask.
Ball caps, polos. Whatever fell off the truck that you got, what you want to get rid of, we'll gladly rep your gear and promote your program right here on the show. Mm-hmm. So
we're gonna do that anyway, but
yeah, exactly. We're gonna do that anyway, but see, right now I'm apparel free. See this shirt? I am nothing.
Are you waiting for the patch sponsorship?
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Put a patch. Look. I got my drink. Can't tell. I got a drink from a particular restaurant. If they want to put a patch on my shirt, hey, put a patch on my shirt. This Chinese food has no logo on it, but I'll put this on my shirt if you're gonna pay us. Man, it's crazy what's going on in college athletics. Man, the opportunities are plentiful, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no, it's a free agent, man. There's no rules right now. And honestly, I don't know how they're going to resolve that issue because from state to state, there's so many differences. From public to private, there's so many differences. And then you add the politics of the situation right now. It's going to be a minute for this thing stabilized.
Yeah, well, look, the waiting on stabilization it means it's the Wild West. So that means get in where you fit in. And what's funny, who was it? The Big 12, I think, was the first conference that came out announcing, we got a particular energy drink that's going to be on all of our teams' on all of our teams' jerseys. It's a conference-wide deal. And the numbers, a lot of people were like, is that a good number? Where'd y'all get that number from? It's, I don't, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? I don't even know what the numbers were, but it was a round number that was for all of the schools. I mean, it'd be a conference-wide deal and then split up, right? Well, then Ohio State comes out and said, oh yeah, hold that for a second. We got a sponsor that's going to drop 17 million on the entire, was it just the football team or all of athletics?
I think it was all of athletics.
All of athletics.
I don't know. I know Notre Dame got one too.
Well, that came after. Yeah. And then Michigan got one. So It's like patches that'll go on every athletic team's jerseys. And, I've heard people say, well, there's your NIL money. There's your rev share money right there, which, okay, but who wants to be the first to throw on a patch on FAMU? Who's going to throw that first patch on? Look, it's long been, it's at least a year now that the rule has passed where you can put logos on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be the first? Who's going to drop some money to put, athletic program wide patches so that money can go towards rev share and NIL or NIL. Probably rev share makes more sense because that way the university can
get
rev share. Emmett says it was monster, 20 million for the whole conference, and they've got how many schools in that Big 12? It's more than 12.
I don't know now.
So
they move around.
Yeah,
it looks like pennies now compared to one school getting 17 million across 36 sports.
Yeah, but you have to put an asterisk by that because the marquee schools who are in the Big 12 moved to the SEC. I mean, the ones that moved the national needle, Texas and Oklahoma. So,
right.
Yeah.
So you don't have a comparative brand in the Big 12 that would match up with an Ohio State or even come close to a Notre Dame, especially since Texas and Oklahoma moved on to the SEC.
Right, but it does make sense though if you're taking that money and splitting it up among all of the sports, then that means every sport is going to see a little bit of that rev share. Just more incentives for students. I still maintain. Yeah. Look, I still maintain you should be able to tie some of this to academic standing because that is what you're going to college for, is it not? Still, I mean. So it wouldn't seem out of place to say, as long as you're meeting the requirements as a student, as well as an athlete, we'll continue to give you some of this money. I'm not a lawyer, didn't stay at a Holiday Inn. I don't know what's legal. I'm just saying we're talking about college athletics, right? So anyway.
Mm-hmm. But well, the doors it's so many factors, man. We could go a whole segment just and wouldn't get half of it done. But I'll just say to your comment that revenue generating sports is different from Olympic sports.
Yeah. Okay.
So you got to figure out the formula.
Okay. Anyway, speaking of revenues and monies, we'll kind of start our show off with that related topic in just a moment. But let's kind of get through the roll call while we got some time here in the opening segment before our guest comes up at the bottom of the hour. Shout out to Bull, first one in the building, first one in the chats rather. Oh, first off, hey, anybody who's watching the show right now, shout out to the people watching on Instagram Live. Anybody might be watching on Facebook, on the Black College Sports Network or the O&G StrikeZone, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, my JBN Online, or our O&G StrikeZone YouTube page. Hey, come join the chats. The chats are in the YouTube and Facebook pages. So, come join us. And there you go. So shout out to Bull, first one in the chats. Jimmy Mack. Good hanging out with Jimmy Mack for a few this weekend. Got a chance to see him. He was up in the O. Good to see him. Looking well, doing well. Ken Rozier, what up, fam? Thank you for being a JBN subscriber.
Dot.
Checking in. Good to see you, Dot. Thank you for checking in. Watch JD TV, exactly. Fire the cannons. Season's upon us. Coming up. B Starks in the building. Thanks for being a JBN subscriber. Thank you, B Starks. Ashton Harris also checking in. Meredith. Good to see you, Meredith. Thank you for being a JBN subscriber. Appreciate you. Married 305. Married 305. Thank you for being a JBN subscriber. What up, Gail? How you doing? Gail just celebrated a birthday, if I'm not mistaken. Happy birthday, Gail. Exactly. Yeah. How's Cleveland feeling after LeBron passed up on coming home? Anyway. Let's see. Edwin Moore checking in. Well, that's what we're going to do around here, Edwin. I'm going to be petty. Kelvin's going to be
Take one to know one, Edwin Moore.
And Marcus. and Marcus is going to be the sound voice of reason. That's what we do around here. Keep it real. Tamara T, thank you for being a JBN subscriber. Thanks for checking in. Emmett Jones, good to see you. Sweet, checking in. Thanks for being a JBN subscriber. Sweet, starting trouble. Try not to start too much trouble this Saturday, this episode. Sweet. Do your best. I know it's gonna be hard. You see what your comments.
No, Sweet. Do your thing, man. I loved it. You made it go viral.
Sweet's comments turned into a damn meme. Boy, I tell you what, this guy. Makiba West. Hey, Makiba, thanks for being a JBN subscriber.
Hello.
What up, Hollow? Good to see you. Thank you for checking in as well.
Little baby.
Good to see you. Good to see you, Marcus. Thanks for being a JBN subscriber, checking in from Middle Georgia. My dog, Tony, checking in. Good to see you, Tony. Black Tony. Good to see you. Good stuff.
No, that Tony got a job.
Oh, he got a job?
He ain't retired yet.
He trying. Getting close. Mr. Campbell checking in. Steve Campbell checking in. Good stuff. Let's see. Who else we miss? Zeke Love. Good to see you, Zeke. Let's see. What Edwin say? Watch out. Marcus is about to convert his spreadsheets and graphics to AI generated. I don't know.
Yeah, he working on it.
He working on it. We working.
You close.
We trying to get there. V and Matt. Good to see you. Thanks for checking in. Demetra. What up, Demetra?
What's up, Demetra?
Good to see you. Let's see. Let me see. Who's he talking about? He ain't talking about Marcus, is he? Who he talking about? I mean, who you talking about?
I think you're talking about our guest, Brandon.
Oh, okay. Fat Mouth, hey, look, I got an open spot right here, Troy. Fat Mouth Sports right here. Open spot for you. Open spot. Alice McCullough checking in from the 561.
In the house.
Let's see. Joel Banks, good evening to you.
There go my dog.
EA.
Daha.
Checking in. Good to see you. Mr. Thornton, Johnny Thornton. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for being a JS subscriber.
It must be close to football
it's that time. It's football season.
He's showing up now.
Here's Johnny. He's back. Good to see you, Johnny. Man, miss you, brother. Hopefully you well, man. Hopefully you've been saving keeping the fingers fresh and the voice tight, because we got a lot to say. Will.
What's going on?
Will I? Good checking in. Shako checking in. All right. Good stuff. So appreciate everybody for coming in. Hit the thumbs up and the like button early. Don't waste time. Hit the thumbs up and the like button. All right. Well, let's kind of start with some news that we got. The strike tour is over. The strike tours have finished. The last two strike tours were in Chicago and Atlanta this past weekend. Chicago on Friday, Atlanta on Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Everyone was there. Our three primary coaches, Coach Gray, Coach Ward, Coach Gordon. Our athletic director was there. John Davis was there. I believe at the Atlanta trip, Coach Beal was in the house in Atlanta. I don't know if any of the other coaches made it to Atlanta. But some of the news that we received, over the course of the 5 strike tours, now some of the numbers are still coming in. So what we have learned is that the strike tour has generated up to $100,000 over the course of the 5 stops. 100,000. That's pretty good. I don't know what previous stops have done, and I know those numbers are still coming in, and I know there may be groups still rallying to bring money in. But one of the things that we have learned is where some of this money will be going. Kelvin, what can you share about what we know about where some of this $100,000 is going?
Yeah, so a lot of us have been asking about revenue share, and it is my understanding that a significant chunk of that money will go to a revenue share type model, and it's supposed to happen, I think, sometime this athletic season, but we're waiting on official word. But that's where it's supposed to go. Revenue share, to help out our coaches retain some of their best student athletes in a revenue generating sport specifically.
That's good news. That's good news. Especially when you when you see what we were just talking about earlier, some of the money that is floating around in college athletics. We were just here, last week, talking to Ashley and Tashe, Fang Exchange, and talking about, how FAMU can do more to contribute to the NIL. But the other portion is the rev share, which there are HBCUs that are doing it. Let's just, wait to see what the official statement is regarding it. But we know it's something that our coaches are pushing for and asking for. And, any little bit and every little bit helps.
Absolutely.
So congrats to those who have given, those who gave, and we'll keep pushing forward. Any other thoughts and comments regarding some of the economic models, some of the rev share, just that discussion in general, Marcus or Kelvin?
Now we have to have that discussion another time. It's a lot of meat on that bone.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do have a quick question. I might even have asked this last year, but how do they decide which cities to go to?
It was asked when it was announced, and what the response was that based upon historical and concentration of alumni. So South Florida, Central Florida, they still supposed to add a Tallahassee stop potentially, but Chicago, Atlanta, the only two places that they couldn't schedule because they couldn't make it work with the coach's schedule and some other things was the Texas stop. Usually they do Dallas and Houston too.
Okay.
Yeah, and I do think part of it is hosting. They did have to say you do have to have a host.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing which this strike tour has kind of always, usually it's your alumni, like for example, the Jacksonville alumni chapter. So you really need your alumni chapters or some individuals from your alumni chapters to really be a part of this process, but this is the timing is always interesting in terms of when you can do this. And to be honest, the planning of this probably needs to happen sometime in the spring. You probably need at least about I would say a 3 to 4 month window, which does mean coordinating with coaches' schedules, recruiting schedules over the summer. And it doesn't help that we've had changeover in our administration, our athletic administration in the spring, or spring or summer, right? So hopefully with some stability when that comes, we'll hopefully bring a more robust schedule in which, yes, you can actually get out to more places. So.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious, just because I don't know all the numbers and dynamics, but I would imagine or thought like the Metro DC chapter might be included in a swing. And I don't, maybe they were last year. I think I remember seeing pictures from either last year or 2 years ago. So maybe the ones that are way out of the Southeast region, get on the list every couple years or so, or as the opportunity permits. And also, just I remember way back in the day, it seemed like we had a Detroit pipeline, or going back to the Humphreys era, and I don't know how robust it is now and what that means for a Detroit area alumni grouping. But I mean, that would be another place I would have thought, them and Minneapolis. It seems like we had a pipeline up there too, at least Rattlers who settled up there.
I would tend to think the ideal situation would be to kind of, and this is the challenging part, if you can't do 4 weekends, you probably got to do 2 weeks where you can hit concentrated areas easily in back-to-back days. Like that's what they were able to do here. Now, obviously Chicago and Atlanta, they're taking flights, but but they took the time to do a Friday and Saturday. If you mentioned DC, I would tend to think a DC / New York, that could get done in a weekend, right? Maybe a Friday, Saturday kind of thing. Dallas and Houston could be done in a 2-day swing. You mentioned the Midwest. I mean, you mentioned Minneapolis. Well, you probably have to run a Minneapolis, Chicago, Detroit swing. Just throwing stuff out there, right? I mean, but and then so there you go. I think something like that is warranted and needed. So
yeah, you probably have to stretch it out over a couple of months too, because again, it comes to scheduling, and the coaches can't always be available, but for all those trips for prolonged 3 and 4 days, and also it depends on the city reaching out and wanting to host. That's the other part. So I think they've been to DC at least once, if I remember correctly. I don't recall Detroit being in.
I'm telling you,
it was big. Detroit was big when we were in school.
Yeah.
I don't know about
that's
since then. Yeah,
I think the Florida thing. I think Florida should be call me crazy here, right? I'm speaking, whatever, but I think Florida should be kind of a 5-day swing that you could hit 5 different areas in Florida, right? Even if you started in Tampa, maybe go down to Southwest, down there where Floyd is, then maybe swing across to South Florida, then hit the turnpike into Central Florida, Orlando rather, and then go up to Jacksonville, right? That swing would go, that seems like a logistical.
You would probably want to do it a little different though.
Go the other way.
I would think you want to start down south and work your way back.
But you saw how I did it though. I did it so
I saw you. I hear you with a circle, but I don't think that's as efficient.
No.
No. Go to Central Florida, go to South Florida, then come back to Central Florida.
No. Your Tampa is. Look, I'm sorry. I'm not. You can call Tampa Central Florida if you want to, but I call Tampa West Florida. I'm sorry. That's sorry, Tampa folks. Y'all are in West Florida. Central Florida is Orlando. Orlando, right? West Florida is Tampa. Southwest is Naples.
Central West Florida.
West Florida
is a straight shot.
West Florida, straight down 75, right? Hit Tampa, then, and I'm following the interstate, right? Following the interstate 70. Get on that nice bus that we got and go from 75 all the way to 75 takes you where? Tampa, Naples, across the Everglades to where?
What nice bus you talking about?
I thought, what's that nice bus? Okay, I'm sorry. I thought we had a nice bus.
Earth?
But that would be too big. I mean, that'd be inefficient.
No, the bus that okay, that must be a tourist bus. Okay, anyway. My bad. I thought, didn't we maybe we used to have the bus that had the FAMU
building champions, that down at the high school.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if you is that thing not go? Does it not move?
I don't know.
I mean, that's the bus you want to take, but okay.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't the bus you want to take. No. Yeah.
Hey, tell the coaches.
Jump
hey,
on
coach,
that stroll.
We're gonna put you up in a nice 4-star hotel, but we need you to get on this bus, coach. How about that? No? Okay. Just an idea. All ideas aren't good ideas. I just throwing them out there. All right, let's go ahead and take our first break. Coming up on the other side, Brandon Randolph, equipment manager. Dolph going to join us on the other side, and let's find out what's going on with the equipment team, how he and his team are preparing for the upcoming season, what kind of cool new gear they're going to have. I don't know. Get your questions ready. You guys got gear questions. maybe there'll be a flash sale. I don't know. Any ideas? Any guesses? I don't know. Flash sale. Just speculating, so don't quote me here. But all right, Dolph is coming up on the other side of this break. Make sure he knows, Kelvin, because I don't see him in the background or in the green room. So make sure he knows. But we'll talk to him on the excuse me, on the other side of the break. You're watching the O&G StrikeZone right here on the Black College Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment.
Oh my God! This is your invitation to the moment. The Divine Nine, the bands, the parties, the performances, creating memories with your people. So pull up to the 2026 Orange Blossom Classic. It just hits different. Labor Day weekend, Miami Gardens, Florida. It's the culture, the connection, the pride. One weekend, one experience, one big community. Get your tickets now at orangeblossomclassic.com.
Welcome back to the O&G StrikeZone. I have no earthly clue what happened to those commercial breaks. So it wasn't that you guys were like, what just happened to the audio? I have no idea what happened to our commercial breaks. I don't know what happened to the audio. You did hear the OBC commercial though, so that one played. But anyway, Bryan, Kelvin, Marcus here, and joining us is none other than the head equipment manager himself, the man behind all the great gear that you see our coaches and our team's wearing. Dolph, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Man, I can't call it. It's a blessing to be here tonight. How are y'all?
Doing well, man.
Doing great.
Glad you could carve out some time because I know this is the busy season for you.
Man, practice starts Friday, so you know it's been the last few days have been a little crazy.
Take us behind the scenes in terms of what, first off, I know if many of you, if you're following FAMU equipment or you're following Dolph on socials, you see little teasers of equipment and gear and boxes laid out in hallways, boxes in rooms. But what is this week? What are some of the priorities to get things ready for Friday's first practice? What are you working on?
The main thing is making sure the players have their practice uniform, making sure they have their helmets, making sure they have their soft shell shoulder pads, something they didn't have when I got here last year. Making sure they have cleats, and just making sure our field equipment is up to date.
So how's everything? First of all, let me ask, do you have your student interns and volunteers, or are you still looking for more?
I'm always looking for more, but I do have students that's been helping out all summer, and it's a great group of students. I couldn't replace them. I know I've had some great students work for me before, but each year it gets better and better.
And I will testify seeing those young people work, and they work. They're not like, you know, whatever perceptions you might have of college students. No, they are there to work. They're attentive. They're on task. You know, they're not on their cell phones playing. No, man, they are locked in, getting stuff done from A to B. So I was just like, you know, trying to stay out the way, man, because it was a well-oiled machine. I was like, oh, excuse me, do you need me? I don't want to help anybody with a bag if you need me to, but I was trying not to get in their way on football games. So, props to you, brother, and your staff. You guys are a well-run machine. I love to hear it.
I appreciate that. It's not easy when you're on the road because you don't have the luxury of just running inside the field house and grabbing what you need on game day. Mm-hmm. When you travel, you want to make sure that you have everything. It's like when you go on vacation, you don't want to forget nothing, but you know when you're sitting in the car or on the bus or on the plane, it's like something's running through your head and you're like, I think I forgot something. But I have a great group of students who stay on top of it. I got one, her name is Iana. She makes sure that the checklist is checked. I may think that I forgot something, but she'll be like, Dolphin, we ain't forgetting.
I saw that at work. I saw that at work a few times, getting on the bus, and like, you know, the checklist. That's why I just was observing. I was like, oh, I love this. I love that, man. Young people just organized. They checking after each other. It was almost like there was a shadow behind the shadow. Somebody was checking and asking questions. Hey, did we get this? And it was like, yeah, I think we got it. Let's double check, make sure we got it. I mean, that kind of communication and teamwork was awesome to see. Awesome to see.
And that's one thing I preach. I'm like, you got to communicate. You got to be on top of it. So if let's say that we was going to Miami next weekend, our packing starts this week. Mm-hmm. Especially being that we're going to be there for a while. So packing for Miami starts the week before. So don't be surprised if you're looking on my social media and I'm not too in tune on the first home game because my main focus is Miami.
Oh wow, okay. And that Miami game, let me see. It's a Sunday game. And but you're staying, so that means you're staying through the week. Mm-hmm. So almost down in South Florida for a week because the travel is probably Thursday from Tallahassee, I'm guessing. I mean, don't tell. I don't know the schedule, so don't ask me. But I'm just guessing.
I haven't seen it yet, so
okay. I would imagine. I'm just guessing. I'm throwing it out there, so don't anybody hold me to it and say, "Oh, Bryan said y'all try." I don't know anything. I'm just saying, but I would guess you probably leave on a Thursday. You're gonna be down there for a whole week. That's like 7 days probably. So that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and it's a business trip. It's not.
Oh, exactly.
It's not going to Miami for fun. We're coming down there, take care of business. We have 2 games. Mm-hmm. Yes, that Thursday night is a money game, but what happened years ago when FAMU played Miami?
Yeah.
We came out victorious. So that's what we're going down to Miami to do. We're going down there to be 2-0.
Well said.
Dolph, that's absolutely right. But Miami is one of them hard places to be there for a week and be all business. So good luck to y'all.
How do you manage that? How do you manage that, Dolph? What free time, quote unquote, and how does that? Because I saw when we went to New Orleans. I'm letting people know behind the scenes. When we went to New Orleans, I saw a lot of. Look, I don't know. I'm getting in trouble, but anyway, I saw a lot of people. got that look. Anyway, I will stop. Hold on. Let me just.
No, go ahead and say what you want to say.
Okay, so look, I noticed when we went to New Orleans, right? Everything was off the bus, but when I went to go eat, I noticed, I was like, man, it's a lot of folks, a lot of in Rattler gear walking towards, Bourbon Street and stuff, so I don't know, that everyone had time, but like Kelvin just said, man, what does the free time look like for your staff? How do you manage all that?
Free time.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to get ready for practices and stuff, they watching, and they got to watch after practice, and it ain't a whole lot of free time for them.
But do you schedule stuff? I mean, do you, or it's just the expectation? They know, like you said, business trip. We're going down there to work. We're not really going down there to play.
We're not going down there to play, but I allow them to enjoy themselves. We do things as a group, because what I tell them all the time, even when I interview new students, I always preach on the fact that FAMU equipment is family. And when I was a student, Greg Hankton was the head guy, and our name, our motto for the equipment room was Team Equip. We're one. So you'll see us together. Like,
right.
We're gonna do things together. I'll make time for them. So I'm not gonna be that person, but just know when it's time to work, it's time to work.
So to that point, Dolph, kind of describe what a day is like. First of all, when fall camp start, like this Friday, then also on a road trip. What time y'all get started? When does it end?
Well, if it's a camp, I'm the one who likes to get in the office 5:00, 5:30. It's just wired in me, and then I have the students come in about 45 minutes later. And the reason I do that is because I want to catch what was missed the night before anybody walks in the building. Some guys, they like to put in extra work after hours. So you may walk in and you may find some loops that need to be washed. So that's why I go in so early. I don't want any issues, so I want to spot them before players get there, coaches get there. So it's not a scramble to get things together. When we travel, depending on where we're going, we may set up on Friday night or the night before, or we may get up early and go to the stadium.
So you talking 12 hours days sometimes, because you watch after practice, right?
We do. Watch after practice, watch after lifts. So our days could be about 14 hours.
I have seen on game days, obviously on the road, that there's stuff that happens the night before. There's stuff that happens in the morning before the main buses leave. Share with people the scheduling and how things work once you roll into a new city. I'm sharing. I want you to talk about it, but it's just what I observed. I just love how the organization flows, and I want people to kind of understand how all that works in the background.
Well, you've seen a lot of it, especially last season. Really, it's more of when we get to the city, it's let's check into our room. Let's make sure we got that taken care of. And like I said, it depends on where we're going, because some locations you can't set up the night before due to how locker rooms are set up and security and all that. That's out of my control because that's not my location. But we do things based off of our location. Our mornings, if we play at 3, we may get to the stadium at 6 a.m. So we're up before the chickens and the dogs and the roosters. But we're talking football, but you can't forget about volleyball and all the other sports too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question was how do you divvy up the team when you have different sports or different sports teams playing on the same weekend? How do you assign who goes where and keep track of everything?
Well, first off, let me give you a rundown of my staff. You have myself, who is the director. I have an assistant who is Pat White. He takes care of my Olympic sports when I'm not around. So when I'm on the road, he's still here. And then I have an assistant at football who is my number 2 for football. And he's always doing anything football related. So I'm in the middle, but when football travels, I have to go with football. So Patrick White stays behind and he takes care of all that.
What new wrinkles, or let me go to the I know a lot of people have praised the different uniform combinations, the helmet combinations, the face mask combinations. I mean, we're fortunate to have so many different looks and combinations that we can roll with. Who does how is the planning for the gear done? Who does it? And is the season rotation of helmets, face masks, uniforms set already? A lot of questions. I know. I'm sorry.
Who picks it? Coach Gray and I, we sit down and we talk. We talked back in the spring, and we talked about different uniform combinations, different options, and then nothing was etched in stone.
Okay.
So after spring practice, I sat down, I made a spreadsheet. And so I did my version of what I think we should wear. And it's similar to what Coach Gray and I talked about, but it also can change based off the theme of the game.
Right.
So what we decided earlier for Orange, it could change because fan engagement and marketing put Orange theme on a different game. So that's one thing. But I'm not going to let no cats out the bag, so I'm not going to say that part.
Okay, that's all right. Will we see? I'm gonna keep pushing here. So but
yeah, keep pushing. But
that's all right though. That's all right. Is there a plan where because like we've seen that that color coordination for the game for the 6 home games.
Mm-hmm.
When we get closer to the start of the season, do you think you'll release hey, this is the color scheme for all season? Let's say we're a week out from OBC. Do you think you might drop something then and say, okay, we finalized everything. This is what the combination for the year?
I'm gonna drop it week by week. Let's put it that way.
Oh, you're gonna week by week. Okay.
And at the end of the season, I want the fans to let me know what they thought, the uniform combinations, what they thought of them.
Right. Okay. Good stuff.
So I didn't ask that last year. I'm asked that this year.
Now, how do you want them to reach out to you? How do you want them to let you know?
It could be Instagram, it could be X, it can be Facebook.
Okay.
And I know quite a few of them know my big brother, so I'm sure they'll tell him too.
At FAMU_equipment is the Twitter handle. I think the IG, the Instagram is the same. Marcus, Kelvin, can you confirm that? Or Dolph, do you know offhand, is it the same for Instagram?
I can't make no promises.
That's why.
Let me see.
Kelvin, Marcus, either you guys got that pulled up quickly while we're all looking.
Let me check my phone real quick. I know I've seen
FAMU equipment.
FAMU equipment, all one word.
Yes.
Okay, so it's FAMU equipment, all one word on Instagram. FAMU_equipment on Twitter. Somebody needs to tap into that Twitter handle. I know everything's IG these days, but there's still some of us old folks out there on Twitter. Anyway, Leon asked the question. I don't think has anyone considered green helmets. I don't know. Dolph, any thoughts there?
I've had thoughts. I've had thoughts of something else too, but Leon, just be patient with me.
Let me ask this question, though. Are there anything new we can look forward to for this upcoming football season?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. When can you tell us?
Such as shoes. Okay, let's do this. Shoes, pants, or jerseys, or helmets. 4 things. Which one? Or all 4? Can we at least go there?
You really trying to push.
We are. That's what we're here to do. We're here to break news and get info for the people.
How about we let the fans pick?
Pick what? What do you want them to pick?
Which one do they think is going to be?
Oh, okay. All right. So you're saying, so that means there's only one thing then.
I can't say.
He didn't say that.
Oh God, I was trying to get him. I was trying to get.
You ain't gonna get him. So let me go to the other question. And I probably ain't gonna get far with this one either, but I'm gonna ask it. We still have a LeBron deal, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm currently working with basketball now.
Okay. Is this an extension year or has it already been extended?
We're in talks.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. And so when you say working with basketball now, kind of talk about ordering uniforms and kind of how that works for FAMU specifically. Because I know there's tiers and there's a best time to order it. A lot of people don't know how the sausage is made, and I think this is a good time to educate them. So kind of talk about just ordering uniforms.
Yeah. May not know how the sausage is made, but each person knows how to make their own sausage. So when it comes to uniforms, I break it down into 3 categories. Your first category by May, between April and the middle of May, beginning of April and middle of May, you want to have your football and volleyball uniforms finalized. To be on the best side of it, you want it done at the beginning of April. Because uniforms take 90 days, no matter what uniform you're working with. It could be volleyball, it can be football, baseball, softball, men's and women's basketball, the list goes on. It takes 90 days, hands down. And I tell people it takes over 100 days, 105 days, because you still have to get it to pass through customs and shipping. So there's a lot of things that play a part in it. Takes 90 days to make it, is what I tell them. So you've done your fall. When you get ready for your winter sports, your basketball, you want that done by the end of June. Just so you can have it in time so you can do media days and all that. And then for your baseball, softball, you want to have that done September, October.
Okay. All right. So 3-month production time from the time they get your order. And then
time it's submitted
Yeah.
Once the signatures have been received and rosters and the order has been taken out of my hands into Nike's hands.
Right.
And the uniform building process, got to have signatures from multiple places. And the other step is you got to send it up to licensing and get approval from there, because we got to stay within brand.
Okay. All right.
Can I follow up regarding
Yeah.
another LeBron LeBron uniform question? I remember the idea. I thought the premise or the idea of LeBron coming on was to eventually do similar something that what the brand Jordan does, which you see brand Jordan on not just basketball, but you see it on football, you see it on baseball, softball, everywhere across the university and platform. Is that still a thought or an idea that the LeBron brand wants to do? I mean, I don't know if you can speak to that, or is that something that FAMU would like to see done across the entire spectrum of athletic uniforms?
There was conversations, and there's still conversations about possibly, nothing's etched in stone. Everything's at this point, when it comes to branching outside of basketball with LeBron, is written in pencil right now, because that has to be a Nike thing where they say we're going to make LeBron football uniforms and baseball uniforms and softball, and the list goes on. So that has to come from Nike. But I've asked the question multiple times.
Okay, cool. I was thinking about uniforms this past year, and I really loved the combinations that softball and baseball had, especially softball. I thought softball, probably closest to football, had the best combinations of uniforms. Just my personal observation. While volleyball is about to start, is there anything new happening with volleyball and the volleyball uniforms for the upcoming year?
Not this year. Volleyball, we just repeated what you saw last year, and we did a few fill-ins, but nothing crazy this year. You mentioned softball. Softball, they do have great uniform combinations. Coach Bill does a wonderful job with sitting down and having conversations with me about what she wants for the upcoming weekend. And I let her pick the uniform combinations, and she does a wonderful job.
Appreciate that. Let me hit a few questions out from the chat. Let's see. Sweet asking, all the uniforms are sponsored by Nike. So they are. I think I can answer that question. But Dolph, that's kind of right there. Let me see.
It is at a discounted rate.
Okay. Okay, let me go to some of the ones that I starred here. EA, Kelvin did answer your question. I was going to get to it, EA, while you throw in. I was going to get to it, but shout out to Kelvin for asking. JT said something about, I don't know which combinations he's referring to, but JT liked the combinations of 2023. Do you keep a book? Is there a book that, like, hey, this was our combination for this game? Is there a master book or anything that does that?
I don't know if they kept it before I got here, but no.
Do you keep one though?
I do.
Okay. All right. So 2023 was the championship season, so maybe that's what JT was hinting or referring to.
Now, I will say the green uniforms is my style of uniform. It's simple, plain, nothing fancy. I am not a flashy type of guy when it comes to a football uniform.
But that was green without the orange trim, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Correct.
Okay. Let's see. Keith seems to think jerseys. There might be some jersey updates. Any chance the helmet stickers
might be
coming
some
back?
Alternative colors? That's my guess.
I'm getting to that. Are helmet stickers coming back, Dolph? Because Coach Gray, you've seen the old footage out there. His helmet was littered with stickers during the Joe era.
Well, I know all about them stickers. I got a helmet right now from 1998.
Is it close by?
It's on the other side of the house. It's my brother's old helmet.
You were looking at it. I thought it was close. I was gonna say go grab it, show it. But anyway, it's all good. Don't worry about it.
It's on the other side of the house.
It's all good.
With his Tallahassee Titans helmet. But yes, the helmet stickers are coming back.
Helmet stickers are coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
I will give y'all that one.
All right. Are they gonna look are they gonna look big like the old ones, or are we going a little smaller?
For the orange helmets, they will be the white stickers like before. And for the orange helmet, it'll be clear, but the rattler head will be orange.
Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Okay.
I'll give y'all that one.
Okay. See, there we go. Helmet stickers coming back. Breaking news right here on the O&G. Tony, he seems to think that the green helmets are coming. I don't know.
Tony, be patient.
Makiba wants to see the black uniforms. I don't think we never officially had black football uniforms. They were dark gray.
Right.
So
no. We did have black.
We did?
We did have black. That was when I was a student, when we was in Russell.
That's right.
And that was with towards the end. Was it the end of Joe Taylor, the beginning of Earl? I know Earl had it, and SGA paid for it because we had the SGA patch on the back.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's Makiba's plug for black uniforms.
But I'm not going to say that we're going black. I'm not going to say we're going gray, because guess what? I ain't saying nothing.
But okay. I'm just telling you what the people want. I'm just showing you what the people want.
What people want.
All right. Helmets. Bull said it's going to be about the helmets.
Now, I have another question. And kind of in that line, and I know it'd be extra work for you and your team, but I know years ago, some other schools, I want to say like Georgia Tech and Nebraska, when they had they had defenses, and they had, I think they were called the black shirts at Nebraska, and I forgot what Georgia Tech did, but they had like a different logo or something on the back of the helmet. It was like blackened in or something like that, just to signify, to kind of reinforce that persona of the defense. Has there ever been any consideration for like a special marking or something for on the defensive side or the offensive side that kind of embodies the personality that it takes, or the nickname that they've been bestowed upon them?
Oh no, we are one. We're all in. We're here to win. We're not here to be separate. We are Florida A&M.
When I'm speaking this into existence, Dolph, so if you would allow me here, when FAMU does get that sponsorship that comes with patches being put on uniforms, how hard and challenging is that, or will that be?
I'll tell you this: it won't be. It shouldn't be hard. I have a student that knows how to sew. She knows how to work the sewing machine, and that is one thing I always go after. I always ask students if they know how to use a sewing machine. So
there you go. So we ready. Somebody out there, hey, we're ready. We got what it takes. When you're ready to throw that sponsorship on a uniform or uniforms, we ready to go.
Hey, Dolph, what was the chance is for a merchandise sale sometime this season? I ain't gonna say, I know you got a lot going on right now, but what's the chance of having a merchandise sale again? People really like that authentic merch.
No.
You got enough inventory to do one?
Do I have enough inventory?
Yeah.
I still got jerseys.
Okay.
I've had conversations with people and they're on board with it
Okay.
because I wanted
Okay.
to do one for the spring game, but we didn't have the bodies
Mhm.
to do it on my end.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Good. Good. I'll be looking forward to it. I'll yeah. I'll communicate later and see when's a good time.
Man, you know where to find me. I'm in Walkup
Yeah.
County.
What, Dolph? What is the one item that coaches or coaching staff ask for the most? Like, is there a particular something? Not a uniform, but maybe some gear, a shirt, polo, pullover, hat. Is there something that they always ask? Like, what's really popular that our coaches really love to ask you for?
Times have changed. It used to be polos, then it went to quarter zips. Now it's hooded T-shirts.
Okay. Nice. All right.
Do y'all pack rain gear? I remember back in the day, they used to have those big rain gear that go over the pads and stuff. Do they do that anymore?
No.
I think I got one of them somewhere.
Yeah, we still got some of them floating around the field house.
I got a good question here from Edwin. Because I saw there was last year with last year's coaching staff, I saw there was like a almost like a coach's cart. Mm-hmm. And so is this what's this? And this question kind of goes to the coaching staff, that combination that especially with the football coaches. But I don't know, you can speak to any other coaching staffs that have little, outfit requests. Do you handle that? Or they just come to you and say, hey, we want X, Y, and Z?
I dress them. Nice. I pack their clothes. I pack the game shoes. I pack their hats. I pack their sideline pants, their game day tops. Because I pack their pants and I pack multiple tops for each coach, and I let them decide what top they're gonna wear.
What is Coach Gray told? What's going to be his signature thing? Every coach has a signature item. What is Coach Gray's signature item going to be this year?
Well, y'all just got to wait and see.
All right.
You keep pushing.
That's my job, to ask questions. I'm just asking.
I know it's your
job. What is this? Leon asked a question. He said, I noticed some players look like they are wearing short pants. Are they cutting off the knee pad at the part of the? Don't they have to have knee pads? Isn't that a rule now in the NCAA?
They got to have knee pads, but what you see is a lot of guys like to pull their pants up where the knee is on their thigh.
Okay. There you go. See?
And to that point, I don't think the refs do much policing of that anymore.
Not like
to an extent. Yeah. If it's not too far up, they don't say nothing. But if it's noticeable, they'll say something. And I usually check with the refs while we're stretching. I'm like, let me know. I already know y'all looking, so just let me know.
Okay, good.
Uniform color, home and away. How's that coordinated between visitor, home team? It used to be in the tradition, like the home team would always wear dark and the away team would always wear white, but that has changed over the year. How is that coordinated with the opponent? Or who controls that?
Well, last year we had a situation with North Carolina Central. They said that they had an issue with their white uniform from playing A&T. And I believe it because A&T, they did it to us before. They painted the field the night before the game. So they had paint on their white jerseys and they They couldn't wear them that weekend when they came to us. So that's why y'all saw them wear gray. But that's communicated from the visiting team the week of. And everybody has to be in the loop and agree on it. And then you got to send it up to the
Conference office, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Fun.
I wouldn't be opposed to doing a this just me talking. I ain't saying this is what we're doing. But I wouldn't be opposed to doing a whiteout at home. Under the lights.
Ooh.
With the power flag.
Y'all. I like y'all.
Let me see. Things up. Keith's got a question for you. What are some things that you brought from Georgia Southern to FAMU, and what is one thing you would like to see FAMU adopt that has not been adopted yet?
No, the work ethic. Getting the students to work harder, pulling out the best of them. Because on that level, the FBS level, the students there, like I tell mine here, I could stand at the back of the end zone for the half of practice, and the students would run practice. I wouldn't have to touch nothing. So when I came back home, I was like, the flow of practice is determined off of us. So what I brought from Georgia Southern is the work ethic, getting them to buy in, being on one accord, communicating amongst each other. And another thing I brought was some adjustments to traveling, to packing the truck.
Okay. Good question. Appreciate that, Keith. All right. Is there anything that let's see, anything else, Dolph, that you want to share that maybe we haven't asked, or maybe any special accolades or shout outs? We are doing our O&G Awards, so maybe is there do you do any type of awards with your equipment staff, like anything like that to recognize the best, the hardest workers, things of that nature?
I feed them. It's not just one person, because it's not just one student that stands out. It's all of them that stand out. So I treat them all. I'll buy them. You got to remember, we've been college students, so we know what it's like when it comes to food and being a college student.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a main thing they want. But I would say that this season, when y'all see us take the field, it's going to be a twist.
When you say we,
don't worry about all that.
Oh, come on. All right, though.
Do y'all have any suggestions?
Well,
I'm not gonna shoot for the hip.
I know I've been shot down so much. But I mean, my ego is kind of fractured right now. It's all good.
No. You can still shoot. You miss every shot you don't take.
You're right. I don't know. No, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I think. Who manages the social media? Who does your Instagram? One of the staff members handles that, or do you do it?
There's a young lady named Jamia.
Okay.
She is a FAMU student.
All right.
And she is a content creator herself. So okay. I brought her onto the staff to run our social media. And there's another young lady named Kaya. She also helps run our social media account.
Okay. All right. Well, FAMU Equipment is Instagram. FAMU underscore equipment is on Twitter.
Do we have no practice gear?
Let's have that conversation next year, because that's in the works.
Okay. All right.
That is in the works. And if they want to follow me, my Instagram is 19_Dolph_89.
All right.
Kelvin.
Yes.
I'm going to go down the list. I'm going to ask each one of you what uniform combination you would like to see this year.
Ooh.
Well, the ice and whites are my personal favorite. I love the white.
Okay. Go ahead, Marcus.
I guess I like the green jersey, white pants, orange helmet.
Okay.
More traditional.
Which one is that, Marcus? You said orange helmets. Wait, start from the top again.
Well, green jersey and white pants. And then homecoming is the orange helmets, right? And the green jerseys and the orange pants.
Homecoming is orange and green, whichever way you flip it.
Homecoming is always orange. It's all orange, top and bottom.
Sometimes.
No.
What?
No. Brian, don't start that.
Nope.
I thought it was all orange.
No,
that came from 2 head coaches ago.
Okay.
Now, traditionally is green tops. Orange helmets, green tops, and orange pants.
Homecoming, senior day, and Florida Classic. You do not play with them uniforms.
All right. What is the combination in for those games? What'd you just say?
Until we get there.
All right. So, okay. See, you're killing me, dog. All right. I'm going to tell you the look that I like. Now, this is crazy because I don't think I have seen this combination a lot. And I want to make sure I get it right because I think the colors stood out to me. And I think we wore this at the OBC few years ago. It was one of those years we played Jackson State. But I think it was it the orange tops and green pants? I think it was white helmets, orange tops, green pants. Or was it the green top and orange pants? No, it wasn't the green. Was it the green top? Somebody help me out in the chat. I think it was the green top. I think it was orange helmet, green top, orange pants. There was something about the colors, the orange and green colors, and how sharp it looked to me, especially in seeing a lot of people's digital pictures, that the colors really look vibrant. That combination, I don't know. So
I don't know if you got that right or not. I think it was what I remember that stands out that I really like is the white helmets, the green tops, and the white pants. I know
the pants weren't white though, but I think the pants were orange.
Yeah,
I do like that combination. No, I'm not going
because I've never seen the white helmets with the green tops and orange pants. I don't recall ever seeing that one.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I asked this question, like, there's so many different combinations. I'm surprised that no content creator has like done a track of FAMU uniform combinations, right? Like if I were advising a young, to any young content creator out there, you want a homework assignment? Since we've joined the SWAC, right? Just keep it recent, 5 years. Go do a historical chronology of the combinations that we have rocked in the SWAC. Because I think it'd be fascinating to go look at those combinations and then take it a step further, content creator. Throw some. We have the second most wins since in that 5-year span. Am I correct on that, Kelvin?
You are correct on that.
So go do when you do that color combination, put some wins and losses behind that. Just for, just to, who did we play in that combination? Is there any team that, like, Dolph was mentioning the Florida Classic, and, is there any combination that we've worn traditionally that we've had the most success in? I'm just, just giving a suggestion to some young content creator who has time. I would love to do it. I ain't just have time.
Do they get a prize?
You know what? We'll invite them onto the show for a segment, and we'll talk about it. Get the hell out of their content.
It's
about the best I can do.
If they can get it correct, I may have something for them.
Oh, okay. There you go.
When you say get it correct, what do you mean? Like make it look nice, or if they get the win-loss record, like exact, and
whoever gets it closest.
You got to go back and do the work.
Because Bryan said from the
time we entered the SWAC, right?
Yeah, first game that was Jackson State in the Orange Blossom Classic. First game in the SWAC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fall 2021. There you go. Homework assignment for somebody.
You may get something exclusive from the equipment room.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. I don't have time, Edwin. I'm sorry. I don't know when I'm going back to work.
Now,
what'd you say?
Now, uniform combination I liked last year was the all white, but what we would call the championship edition. The white pants with the orange and green stripe. The white jersey with the orange and green stripe.
Which game or games did we wear that in?
So Southern, we did all white. That's the traditional white. That was Alabama A&M.
Okay.
I want to say
so those two.
I want to say it was Alabama A&M.
Those two games.
The white helmets also look
We
good
did
with the
solid white with no stripe
face mask.
against Southern.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that
You said
green
white
face
helmet
mask
with
on the
the
white.
green face mask?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we wore the white helmets more. I think we wore the white helmets more than the orange helmets last year. It felt like. Am I off on that?
Yeah. It was 50-50.
Was it really? Okay.
Yeah, I thought so.
The first half of the season it was orange, and then the second half it was white.
Okay. All right.
Does football?
But we.
Go ahead.
But we did
football
orange
in terms of options, in terms of the combinations and best styling out of all the sports. Is football the one that's the most that has the most options, or the other sports that may have more options in terms of uniform stylings?
I say baseball, softball. You got more options. Because you can really mix and match and twist and turn.
Yeah, they got more. They got more jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing like didn't I see like a military version or something jersey?
Softball.
Yeah,
softball. They did
Did an
One
autism
for
awareness
autism.
jersey.
They did.
Yep.
They did salute the service
Yep.
on top of what they already have.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
And then baseball did the new green uniforms.
Love
Top
them.
and bottom.
They were beautiful, man.
And they did
That
the
was by
Jackie
far
Robinson.
the best new.
Yeah.
That was by far the best new uniform. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they did the
baseball
Jackie
has the
Robinson
option of-
too.
They have the option of pinstripes because it's traditional with the sport, baseball and softball. Okay,
Yes.
I was just curious.
Green pinstripes. That's
Yeah.
what baseball had. Green pinstripes.
Yes, they smoking.
Yeah.
The softball
No.
did too.
Last year it was solid green for baseball.
Solid green.
Okay.
Softball has the green pinstripes.
They do. Softball has the pinstripe
Yeah.
for the green. Baseball had pinstripes on their white uniform.
Yeah. Got it. And I think Jimmy Mack just confirmed it was the 2022 OBC orange helmet, green jersey, orange pants.
Right.
That was the one that to me, the colors popped so beautifully in that combination. Appreciate you, Jimmy.
Yeah, you can't do an orange and green top and bottom with that white helmet.
Right. Right. Just don't match up.
Mm-mm. And I ain't
All
gonna do too much changes because I don't want Godfather to get mad at me.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. One more time, Dolph. Give your personal social media handle again, and I'll make sure. And then also, you guys make sure to follow FAMU Equipment on socials, Instagram at FAMU Equipment, all one word, on Instagram. On Twitter, it's FAMU_equipment on Twitter.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram, 19_Dolph_89.
All right. So, folks, make sure to again, we want to hear. Let Dolph and the team know your thoughts on the uniform combinations. Lots of big changes, lots of things happening. Dolph won't spill too many secrets. But he did break some news and told us that the helmet stickers are coming back.
Yeah, and I will say that when you see the players get on the bus and off the bus, they're going to look good. They're going to be travel suit. There's going to be a polo and black pants. We haven't ordered slacks for the players before, but I did it this year.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. Uniform. I love it. I love it when everything is uniform. You don't have
that'll
different
be-
shades.
No, wait a minute. When will they wear that on and off the bus? Where? When?
Travel.
But is that like coming out of the field house to get on the bus or off the bus at the stadium?
When we leave the field house, it's travel suit.
Ah, okay.
When we're going to the stadium, it's a business trip from the hotel to the stadium. So we're going professional.
Ooh, I like.
And if you see them at the hotel, I'm putting in the duffel bags, hotel t-shirt and shorts.
Nice.
So we're going to be uniform across the board.
Love it.
So when you see them, just know.
You'll know.
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's good. That's good. Good to know. All right.
But I'm not telling no uniform combinations.
That's all right though. We'll, appreciate all.
We'll wait him out.
Yeah, exactly. Anytime you got some information to share that we can share with the people, Dolph, you know how to reach us. Let us know. We'll gladly do it. Again, salute to you, Patrick, and all of the young men and women who work with you. And I enjoyed last year watching everybody work, just kind of being a guy in the corner, just watching everybody work and do their thing. Look forward to traveling and watching you guys do your work again this year. So have a great season and a great training camp. Great. Have a great camp, and we'll see you on the road, man. See you on the road.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate you, dog.
Appreciate you, Dolph.
No problem.
All right. Well, we appreciate Dolph for coming in and joining us in that segment. You guys, please make sure you go follow FAMU Equipment and Dolph on social media, and let him know you appreciate him coming on the show. Let the FAMU Equipment team know what you like, what you want to see more of, any suggestions. He's always open to them. That doesn't mean they're going to happen, but he listens. So just make sure you're supporting them and let them know you appreciate the content that they are providing. And more importantly, for all of our sports, let them know you appreciate the look. When you see the coaches, let the coaches know, hey, coach, that was a great combination. After they get the win, of course. Hey, I love the way I love the way you looked. You look good, feel good, play good. That whole combination rings true. So shout out to the coaches for investing and the assistant coaches and all that goes into that. So appreciate everybody in the chat for your participation in that segment. Marcus, you got to run. So, Marcus, I'll give you a chance to give any last words, thoughts, anything that you want to mention before you dip out.
Well, look forward to football season. Things are gearing up. I'm actually looking forward to volleyball season as well. Returning champs and, some of our sports, other fall sports that will be in championship contention. So we're looking at cross country, making a comeback. I did get a chance to see the track interviews last week, or the two coaches. So I'm looking forward to cross country coming back strong as well. So just looking forward to that. Things are gearing up, and like you guys said, it's line season. So we'll see who's lying the most when it, once the foot hits the pigskin. But just looking forward. I guess we're about a month out from week 0.
Yeah.
So
about 40 days or so.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
Hold on, I'll tell you exactly here because there is a countdown on the website.
It's 30-some days now, ain't it?
30 days, 21 hours, 15 minutes, and 33, 32, 31 seconds. So, yeah. Game time. Mm-hmm. It'll be here before you know it.
Game time. Game time.
Yeah, Albany State, August 29th, 7 p.m. kickoff in Bragg. Get your tickets. It's going to be a great season. All right, Marcus, tell the family hello.
Yes.
And, we continue to keep everybody in prayer.
Yep.
And our thoughts. And, we look forward to catching up with you next week.
Well, certainly. All right,
you
guys, have a good rest of the show.
Yeah. We're gonna try to go to a break, and hopefully some of these commercials will work. If not, we'll be back real quick, and we'll see what happens. And then I'll let Kelvin kind of ramble a little bit, and then we'll try to figure out how to get these nominees up for the O&G Awards 2026 version style. So hang tight with us. You're watching the O&G StrikeZone right here on the Black College Sports Network. Fingers crossed that these commercials work. We'll be back in a moment.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Do you own a business? have a service or product, apparel, entertainment, or food? Would you like to reach an educated client base that are loyal? Then the Urban Passport Business Directory is for you. The Urban Passport is your premier digital discount and media portal with the Urban Digital Television Networks and V1085 radio properties embedded. Stay connected with the community with the latest news, entertainment, and HBCU sports and culture with the Black College Sports Network. Visit myjbn.com/passport to register your business and sign up for your free app before the August 24th release date. We are the premier digital national urban business directory, always free to the consumer. The Urban Passport, the evolution of the Green Book, and your digital passport to a world of savings. Tune in to the BCSN Pod Zone, the aggregate of some of the best HBCU sports shows on the net. Find them on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and everywhere you hear podcasts.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a state, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU stories with confidence and style. Because when you wear HBCU Image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU
football fans. HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in primetime with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
Oh my God!
This is your invitation to the moment. The Divine Nine, the bands, the parties, the performances, creating memories with your people. So pull up to the 2026 Orange Blossom Classic. It just hits different. Labor Day weekend, Miami Gardens, Florida. It's the culture, the connection, the pride. One weekend, one experience, one big community. Get your tickets now at orangeblossomclassic.com.
All right, welcome back to the O&G StrikeZone. Bryan and Kelvin now. I'm glad we finally got a commercial working, a commercial set going. So happy about that. Kelvin, I'm trying to finish up. I'm going to have a couple of these announcements here. Can you – let me see. I can't do. Can you go through hit up a couple of the other talking points, would you, Kelvin? I don't have a way to share with you the graphics per se. Let me see how I can do this. I'm gonna try one more time and see if I can get these graphics to load up.
Okay.
And then maybe you can hit on some of these points in the slideshow. I got to get rid of a few things here.
All right, while you're doing that,
yeah, go ahead.
I found it was interesting that the HBCU National Player of the Year nominees preseason came out today, and there were 11 SWAC members on it, and one name is familiar to Rattler Nation. And was very, it was just very interesting. And that was R.J. Johnson, who was our starting quarterback last year. He's now at Gremlin. and he was
Who put this list out?
He was listed on the list, and
who was the author of the list?
Let's see, because this came off of the SWAC website, FCS National Awards. The stats.
Oh, Stats FCS.
Yep.
Huh.
And of course, Andrew Body, you understand there's some offense and defensive linemen at a couple of places. A&M quarterback Cornelius Brown is on the list. Jackson State offensive lineman, the big kid, the 6'8" kid is on the list.
Mm-hmm.
The running back at Pine Bluff, who rushed for almost 1,000 yards last year, is on the list. Jelling Jennings.
Mm-hmm.
Pine Bluff got two guys on there. They got their linebackers on here too. You got a DB from Jackson State. I'm surprised Jackson State, at least one of their receivers is not on the list, or the little return guy. But yeah.
No Isaiah Knowles, huh?
Nope.
Really? So they've got is RJ projected to be the starter?
I don't even think that's the case.
But he made the list though, huh?
Yeah, I guess they were going off stats from last year.
Stats from last year.
Yeah. And that's exactly what they mentioned. He started at Florida A&M last season, had 2,597 passing yards, which ranked second in the conference. And he was first in passing yards per game at 236 and completions 215. He also was third in touchdown passes with 18. So that was
okay.
Interesting. We have graduation, as we mentioned earlier, coming up this week. We also have on Friday FAMU Day at the Rays game. So and our softball coach, and I forgot one of the other coaches, track coach, I think, are supposed to be down there for that. And the special package included, that if you purchase it, included a ticket and a hoodie, a FAMU hoodie, special Tampa Bay Rays FAMU hoodie in two sizes. I think what was it, extra large and large or medium? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think extra large and large were the two sizes.
So that'll happen this Friday also. And I know they have some kind of program with that where they, usually a rattler throws out the first pitch, and it's a fundraiser for the chapter there, I believe. And usually they give some kind of acknowledgement to our VIPs and dignitaries. And it's back at the Trop. I went to the first one at the Trop, and we had you had like a whole section.
Mm-hmm.
The Rattlers do represent when they have that, and they don't have no merch for sale, right? You have to have your ticket, show your ticket, and they give you your merch, but don't think you're gonna go there and give somebody $30 and get it.
That's this weekend, right?
That's Friday.
Damn, I wonder if I should make it. If I should make a trip. You going?
I was gonna go, but I'm actually gonna do my security gig and make a little money. I'm gonna work Friday night. Graduation.
Oh, okay. All right.
Graduation across the tracks.
Yeah. See, there you go. Talk about that other event in that graphic, and I got all the graphics up from the slide, so we can go. I can go back and from the top after you talk about the save the date tailgate.
All right. Well, Rattlers in Arms have partnered with, I guess, some of the folks over at Albany State, which is the first home game, and I know Rick reached out to Fang Exchange too. So I'm not sure if all of it has come together, but there's a tailgate for the first game. You ain't got to worry about bringing your own, bringing your tailgate stuff and all that. You just pay and go eat and enjoy good fellowship, a little bit of friendly banter with the ASU side folks, and eat good, have a little libations, and watch the Rattlers thump those Golden Rams.
That. Well, anyway, we're not going to talk about that game just yet. I was interested in seeing what predictions. Did you see the predictions that Albany State got in the SIAC?
I did not.
I think it was
9-3 or something.
No, well, they were predicted order of finish, I think, third or fourth. No, fourth. Tuskegee was third, they were fourth. And I just kept thinking, do they know that Quinn is not there? I mean, this is selected on by the SIDs and the coaches. Right. So I mean, I'm thinking they have to know that Quinn is not there, Isaiah's not there. Then they lose a running back,
receiver.
Yeah, I mean,
here. The tight end is here. D line is here. Plus the offensive coordinator, O line coach is here.
So I mean, I don't know I don't know the new coach. I don't know who's returning, but I feel like maybe that's just a program selection. Like they just
Albany State hasn't had a losing record in what, a couple of decades, right?
Yeah.
So they always gonna be at least 500. That's what history says. So they getting the benefit of the doubt. Oh, and so so save the date, tailgate, August 29th, first game, Albany State. We go on to the not new, but the cool zone. You got that graphic?
Yep. Go to cool zone.
So the 220 Club, along with the boosters, have purchased or rented, leased again the cool zone for the team. So when they start Friday, the weather's supposed to feel to be over 100 this weekend. I don't know when it's going to cool back down. August is the hottest month, so it's already on site. It's delivered. I saw it. So we'll have in between sessions, we'll be able to help the guys recuperate a little bit more, cool down, and hopefully have less heat-related illness or injuries. So shout out to 220 Club and boosters. And I think you can still, if you're a member of either one, you can still contribute to it. 220 Club took the summer off, but it should be coming back in August. I don't know exactly when. So shout out for that. The boosters have a couple of events coming up. The kickoff luncheon, which is August 22nd at Al Lawson Gymnasium. Individual tickets are $75, or you can get a VIP table for $600. I believe that's eight seats. And there's a QR code on the flyer. I think we have them on our social media page. I know I have it on my social media page. Then there's also a bus trip, October 10th to Gump. Remember, that is Alabama State's homecoming. And that $125 is for the round trip price for pickup at Brad Stadium. And I think they added a pickup in Quincy too. But to and back, and doesn't include game ticket, but you can support the Rattler Boosters that way. Both with kickoff luncheon and the bus trip to Montgomery. It's a same day trip, so don't have to worry about hotel. That's about a 3.5 hour ride. 4 probably on the bus. And there's going to be, we don't have all the details, but there's going to be a meetup in Florida Classic. More details to come on that. So when they release it, we'll let you know. All right, Rattlers in Arms has a raffle that they're doing as a fundraiser, and it's for the Florida Classic weekend. It includes 2 premium 50-yard line tickets and parking. Draw date is October 24th. The tickets are $20 each, or 3 for $50. You can go to rattlingarm.org to get more information. Scan the QR codes on the flyer. And I know that Coach Presser has a elite camp coming up August 30th. Registration at 9 a.m. It's going to be at Al Lawson Multi-Purpose Center. It's for girls entering 8th to 12th grade, transfer portal, and unsigned JUCO prospects. Campus must provide their own lunch from 11:30 to 12. There'll be 3-on-3 and 5-on-5. There's a camp T-shirt included. And some of FAMU student athlete basketball players will be assisting their coaches with this camp. Fee is $100. You can reach out to Coach Ronald Fox at 352-222-1851 or email at ronald.fox. That's 2 X's at famu.edu. Is that all of them?
Good stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's all of them. Let's see. What else we got here in the chats?
Yeah, I know you're going to mention the O&G Awards at the end.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. Almost there.
I will have my Restore the Strike FAMU 2026 football analysis and projections. I will have that completed this week and ready for us to put out no later than Sunday night.
I would like to, and when we do that, we're going to try something new here for this upcoming year. I thought I'd take a moment to share. Last year we put that article on Substack.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do that again this year, but we're also going to be doing a little more. I'm working with a couple of I'll save who I'm working with, but it's our family on a couple of things to provide a little more content. And I'm not sure whether that's going to be in the form of a website per se or more via the Substack route. And when we do this, folks, what we're trying to do is we're going to, the one thing that Substack allows you to do is potentially monetize a little bit, or maybe, put a little something in the monetization of the articles. But we're also going to try to increase the recruiting news. There's been a lot of recruiting information, a lot of new recruits, and we're hoping to really expand our recruiting coverage. I mean, you guys know, we do a great job via Marcus. I know Keith does a good job. We're gonna try to manage the information, so that way we maybe can create, a small revenue opportunity for us to kind of continue to keep this thing going. I mean, everything that we do does have a cost. The platforms has a cost. Being able to get to games and cover the games has a cost to it. So, we're going to try to find a nice medium where, we certainly appreciate you guys providing, the donations that you do, joining the membership on the YouTube feeds. All of that helps. I'll tell you, you guys even joining the podcast and listening to the podcast helps in some form or fashion. But, I think as we're moving into, this will be our 6th year of doing this, Kelvin, right? Season number 6, beginning next month, really.
Man, how the times fly.
Man, how does it fly? And so I think we're just trying to find ways to continue to keep this thing afloat. And so when we do that, we certainly would love to hear your feedback and your thoughts. Again, there's been a lot of conversation lately in our universe, our space, our diaspora, about supporting Black-owned media, Black sports media entities, things like that. So, yeah. I don't know, JT. Who knows? I would say this, though, right? The one thing that, if you listen to some of the comments from like Jamel Hill or others, the one thing that might be appealing to, it's funny you bring that up, JT, because all I'm gonna say is somebody else brought that to the table, and I will say that if an entity were looking to increase its viewership, you might want to go to having shows that, like ours, and there are a few others. I think we're almost to a point where every school, I'd say at least 50 to 75% of the SWAC schools have a show or shows that are centric to their school. So why wouldn't SWAC TV want to have our content on it? Especially if you want to be able to, engage the viewers, increase the numbers. You have advertisers, and, there's a marriage there. There's an opportunity. So, but
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Got to be present.
Yeah. To answer JT's other question, your guess is as good as mine.
We gonna continue to leave the door open.
The doors of the O&G are always open. It's an open invitation. It's been extended, and it took it took AD Sykes a little bit before she came on. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, the one time she did come on was actually the last time she was. It was like days before she resigned. When we were doing the live remote from the Lawson Center, right?
That ain't helping our cause.
Just reporting the facts. that was the one. But we are very aware that she watched the show. She watched the show.
Yeah.
And so the open door policy. So okay. So let's do this. Let's take a break, Kelvin. One last break. And then we will release. I'll have, I think, all of the O&G Awards stuff are ready. So we'll go ahead and go through our list of names, and we'll talk about how you can vote and go from there. So been a tough day, long day, but I think we're there, Kelvin. So hopefully this thing will work the way I'd like it to, and we'll go from there. So, all right. I've lost something here. All right, hang tight. You're watching the O&G StrikeZone. We'll be back in just a moment after this short break here on the Black College Sports Network.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Do you own a business, have a service or product, apparel, entertainment, or food? Would you like to reach an educated client base that are loyal? Then the Urban Passport Business Directory is for you. The Urban Passport is your premier digital discount and media portal with the Urban Digital Television Networks and V108 radio properties embedded. Stay connected with the community with the latest news, entertainment, and HBCU sports and culture with the Black College Sports Network. Visit myjbn.com/passport to register your business and sign up for your free app before the August 24th release date. We are the premier digital national urban business directory, always free to the consumer. The Urban Passport, the evolution of the Green Book, and your digital passport to a world of savings. Tune in to the BCSN Pod Zone, the aggregate of some of the best HBCU sports shows on the net. Find them on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and everywhere you hear podcasts.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a state, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU stories with confidence and style. Because when you wear HBCU Image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU
football fans. HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in prime time with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
Oh my
This is your invitation to the moment. The Divine Nine, the bands, the parties, the performances, creating memories with your people. So pull up to the 2026 Orange Blossom Classic. It just hits different. Labor Day weekend, Miami Gardens, Florida. It's the culture, the connection, the pride. One weekend, one experience, one big community. Get your tickets now at orangeblossomclassic.com.
All right, welcome back to the O&G StrikeZone. Kelvin Rozier, or alongside Kelvin Rozier, Bryan Fulford here. All right, we are ready, Kelvin, to debut the 2026 O&G Awards. Now, this is the 4th year of the O&G Awards. This is our salute to all of the students, coaches, and the teams that made the past year enjoyable and memorable for us as fans and alums. So the nominees we will present, and what we'll do is, if you're following us on our social media handles, we will post the link to vote. And this is for you, the fans. You will vote on the nominees. And so I know we get a lot of participation from the student athletes. Once we start tagging them on social media, you know, it's going to spread. So there'll be a lot of team voting. Families will get involved. You guys will get involved, I'm sure. And so we want to promote that and really appreciate all of you guys being engaged and being a part of it. The voting will probably run from Thursday until Sunday night, maybe Monday. Probably we'll cut it off at Monday around noon, and that'll give us enough time to tabulate the votes. And we always like to have a few of the winners on the show. So that'll be a good opportunity as well. Any other thoughts you want to share about the O&G Awards, Kelvin, before we get ready to introduce our group of participants?
No, I think you did a fine job of expressing everything. Let's do the reveal.
Okay. All right. First category up will be the Female Athlete of the Year. All right. So here we go. The nominees for the O&G Female Athlete of the Year. Kelvin, any back? I'm going to just go through the names. You can kind of run through a little background on this, on these nominees as we get to them. We have 6 young ladies who had amazing seasons this year. We have Farah Farouk from volleyball, Tanaja Purifoy, Lil Mama, women's basketball, Tara Burt of cross country and cross country as well as long distance track and field, Zoriana Hughes, of course, pitcher of the year in the SWAC, Amari Brown, player of the year in the SWAC, and then, of course, the fastest woman in the SWAC, DeAndronique Gaines. What are your thoughts on the category? Any descriptions or anything you want to share about the young ladies, Kelvin?
Very, very tough section here. All those programs, volleyball, softball, track and field, a lot of champions. At Purifoy was the, I think, second team all SWAC in women's basketball, and she was the engine that could. How she went is how our team went last year. And then Tara Burt is our Iron Woman she was the top finisher in cross country for the team, and then she both in indoor and outdoor ran the 800, I'm sorry, and the mile, and got points for us in both events, indoor and outdoor. So all deserving, Zoriana, leading pitcher in the SWAC, and of course Amari was all around. She didn't pitch as much this year, but she didn't have to pitch as much. Great hitter, hit for power as well as average, and was really good defensively at shortstop. Yes. And then of course, Farah was the I think she was like the top.
She was a middle blocker. I think she was one of the
blocking kills. Right. She's at the middle, but she was one of our better returning players. Experience.
Yeah, so I think we have a young lady from each sport.
Outside tennis, we didn't.
Tennis, we didn't have anybody from tennis this year.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was the only sport that's not included this year is tennis.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so those are the female athlete nominees of the year. Who will you vote for? It'll be a tough race. So we'll maybe talk more. Obviously, hopefully we will have the results for next week's show, and you'll have an opportunity to vote for one person, only one vote per person. I don't know, maybe unless you got multiple email addresses, then you can surely vote for more than one, but we'll see. Okay, let's go to the male athlete of the year. Now, we've got a total of 8. So we split this up over a course of 2 slides. So the male athletes of the year, the first 4 are Kirk Dawkins of track and field, Leonard Mastari, also of track and field, Tyler Shirley, men's basketball, Jackson McKenzie, baseball.
So go ahead.
Oh, you want it? And then I'll come back to it in a second. Then we also have Sasha Robinson of golf, Caleb Granger, baseball, Thad Franklin Jr. from football, and Nayron Jenkins of football as well. Go ahead, Kelvin. I'll go to the first slide.
Yeah, so first slide, you had a couple of track athletes. We all saw what Kirk did in indoor again. Had the meme of the year. The guy from Grambling got a little upset. Of course, Mastari was a winner in the hurdles for us and advanced to the regionals. Tyler Shirley was the leading scorer on the basketball team that finished second this year in the SWAC. Jackson McKenzie's now transferred, but he was our best hitter on the team. He hit with some power, and he also was in the Swingman Classic a couple of weeks ago. Sasha Robinson won I think our golf team won somewhere around 5 tournaments last year, 5 or 6. He was number 1 golfer in at least 3 of them. He's got a tournament he's participating nationally in during the summer here, and many believe that he's going to be the first professional golfer from our program that makes the tour. Caleb Granger was pitcher of the year. Of course, Thad Franklin was our leading rusher last year, and Nayron was our second leading tackler, but a real leader in the locker room, great scholar. And now he's assistant coach, GA, I guess, on the current staff.
All right. So you will have a chance to vote for one of these 8 players. 2 from the football team, 2 from baseball, 2 from track and field, and then 1 golfer and 1 basketball player. So the opportunity. Male Athlete of the Year. Love to hear your votes. Okay, let's go to the coaches now. The coaches. Let's start with our Women's Sport Coach of the Year. The nominees are Brittany Beal of softball.
Tough.
Coach Gokhan Yilmaz, volleyball. Coach Garfield Ellenwood II, track and field.
Champ 2 times.
Coach Bridget Gordon and Coach Jeremy Williams. So 5 coaches, all. Of course, we have great accomplishments by all of them this season.
We have 3 champions in Bill, Gokhan, and Coach G. Then we have 2 programs that show some growth and some good improvement this year with women's basketball and bowling. Bowling had 9 freshmen, I think, and made the SWAC bowling tournament.
Yeah.
So
first time that's happened in several years.
Yeah, and then of course, women's basketball beat BCU twice. Once in the SWAC tournament, made the SWAC tournament, and won in the SWAC tournament, and had a hard fought loss in a game in which they really led against number 1 seed Alabama A&M to the final seconds.
Yeah. All right. Good list of coaches. I'm trying to just off the top of my head in terms of winners. I know Coach Gokhan has won this before. Maybe twice. That's one thing, Kelvin. We should start tracking this thing. I know we have it, but we need to do a better job of having our historical records ready. But I know I think Coach Gokhan, obviously, I think he's the only one who's won this before.
I think you're correct.
Okay, there you go. Well, because we know Beal this is her 2nd year. I don't think she won last year, did she?
I don't know, man. I have to look at it.
All right. Anyway, called being prepared. That's all right. My bad. Our bad. All right, let's go to the male sports coach of the year for men. One of them you see in there a second time, Coach Garfield Ellenwood. Also, we have Coach Jamie Shoup, baseball. Coach Mike Rice, Preston Mike Rice, Coach Charlie Ward, and then, of course, Coach Ellenwood again. So there you go.
Yeah, in this group, you have 1 champion, HBCU National Championship, and Coach Rice, and they won 4 out of the last 5 tournaments. The only one they didn't win, that came in second, was the SWAC tournament. Of course, Coach Shoup finished second in the tournament, went up in the tournament again, baseball. Charlie finished second in the men's basketball in his first year. And Coach Ellenwood had top 5 or 4 finishes on the men's side, both indoor and outdoor.
Top four.
Yeah.
I went back and looked. We finished third. We finished third, I think, in the indoor and 4th in the outdoor. So they're actually top 4 finishes. Yay. No write-in candidates for this category. All right, EA. Thank you. All right, let's move on here. We always like to support our assistant coaches. So let's start with the assistant coaches in the women's sports. And they are Coach Jessica Hurtado, who was the pitching coach the last 2 seasons, now is the head coach at Grambling State. Mm-hmm. Coach Steve Canfield, who was a previous winner of this award. Yep. Of course, been a part of the 5-year championship game run with 4 titles. A good friend of the program, Coach Erica Cromartie, women's basketball. And then Coach K, who we had on the show last week, Coach Tamika Kinchin, who is a big part of the success that our women's track program has had over the last couple of years. And then she took over for cross country last year, this past season, 2025. So And she's one of the main recruiters, which is a great conversation with her. So
Yep.
Yeah,
Coach Cromartie works with the guards. That's an area, and we mentioned Tanaya Purifoy earlier. So she's doing a great job. After a stellar career at FAMU High as the head women's coach with about five titles. And then, of course, Coach Canfield has been here as long as Coach Goatcon has been here. Do a great job there. And we already talked about Coach Hurtado, who had two outstanding pitchers in Sam Smith and Zoriano Hughes over the last couple of years.
Right. All right. So interesting category always. So we'll see how that kind of works out. Now let's go to the assistant coaches in the men's sports. They are Coach Jared Lazarus, men's basketball, Coach Robert Deadweiler, track and field, Coach Brett Richardson, baseball, Coach Brandon Love of track and field, and Coach Casey Warming of football.
All right. I think this is the first and maybe only football mentioned in terms of coachings. And Coach Warming was the lead recruiter and tight end coach, and he's still dealing with tight ends and recruiting with current staff. He was one of the holdovers. Of course, Robert Deadweiler coaches a lot of our sprints, along with Brandon Love, and our men's team is built on sprints mostly this season. I know Coach tried to diversify and get a little more field in, but currently hurdlers and sprinters is our strength. Of course, Coach Laz is one of the lead recruiters and associate head coach, and he helped run the camp. And hopefully we'll have Coach Laz on sometime in August. He's committed. He just got to get it all coordinated.
I'm gonna get on Coach next time I see him.
Yeah. Then of course Brett, longtime former Alcorn State head coach and longtime assistant to Coach Shute in baseball. Another successful season. Our hitters hit really well this year.
Yeah. Good list. It'll be interesting. No former winners, I believe, in this category. Although I know Coach Deadweiler have been nominated previously. So Coach Laz is new, Coach Brandon is new, and Coach Warming new to the category. So this will be interesting to see how this goes.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last category is it's a new or really combined category. We used to have separate categories for administrators and support staff. This year we kind of combined it. So our sports administrator and support staff of the year. So it's really, here's a suggestion. We might change this in the future to sports staff person of the year, maybe in the future. Kelvin, just a thought. But okay, the nominees this year: Dennis Driscoll, athletics brand advancement; Cynthia Gaines. Unfortunately, I did not have a picture of Cynthia, and I didn't want to just randomly select one because I've never met Cynthia. So I'd hate to put the wrong photo up here, because if you ever do a Google search of a name, you better know who it is. So yeah, I did not want to but she's a program manager. Kelvin, I'll let you explain all of these in a moment. Kenneth Lassiter, sports medicine. Jeff Walker runs video services. Jeff and his team produce a lot of the video services that you see at home games.
Won it last year.
Bragg. He did win it last year?
Yeah.
Jeff won it last year. Okay.
For support staff, yeah.
For support staff. Okay. And Marvin Green, who is the FAMU Foundation's major gift officer for athletics and the Marching 100.
So yeah, Dennis is handling. He's a one-man show, handling the SID duties for 14 sports.
Yeah, literally.
And then Miss Gaines, she retired, and then now she's helping athletics. If you go to Will Call, you'll see her at like basketball games and football. She's she helps out with the ticket office and been around for a long time. She's a retired FAMU employee, used to work in HR, and she's actually the sister of Regina Battle, who handles tickets. So but she's a hard worker, always reliable, always around. So she deserved recognition. I saw Kenny Lassiter a couple of days ago, uh, over the weekend, I think it was. But he's over at Sports Medicine, responsible for keeping our athletes healthy and helping them recover and making sure they can perform at their peak in season. So uh, definitely deserving of recognition given all our success in our programs. Because we talked about Jeff and Club Bragg, and then of course Marvin. We've had him on several times, and this is a new role. We've had a few initiatives now. Everything from he talked about his relationship with Carmen and how the whole thing happened with the March 100. We just had a strike tour when Coach Gray was announced. We had a fundraiser and raised over about $250K. So he's definitely deserving of some recognition also.
All right, good stuff. So again, good group of nominees. Vote with your heart, and or maybe vote by the accomplishments of what you've seen from our programs or just what you've seen in general. So sports staff person of the year, how we're going to call this category in the future. That's what we're going to call the category. Okay. Now, those categories were individuals. Let's talk about the teams and moments from the past year that you have a chance to vote on. First off, the women's sports team of the year. You have a chance to vote for softball, volleyball, women's track and field, or women's bowling. Of course, 3 of those sports won championships.
Mm-hmm.
Tough category, Kelvin.
It is. Very much so. Because I think knowing Rally Nation, they have at least 2 favorites I know out of this category. And I honestly, for me, I think I'm leaning one way. For me, I always talk about I like champions. And
you got champions, Kelvin.
Yeah,
you got 3 of them.
Yeah.
You got 3 of them.
But I'm saying one team got multiple champions.
Well, I think what's interesting about this category, you have the youth of bowling, but you also have you also have youth in volleyball. But the fact that volleyball, when you look at the furthest road to get to a championship, I mean, again, they were the 8th seed hosting, had to go through the 1 seed, to open the tournament, which was, that was the plan. If you recall our interview with Coach Gokhan. So there's that. And then softball.
Dramatic
finish, but really they didn't struggle in getting to the championship. I mean, they took the game, not like they were blowout games, but they did. Right. They won those games. They were unbeaten getting to the championship Friday night, and then they had to beat Southern in what essentially would be a best of 3.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, right?
Correct.
So, well, no, not best of 3, but
well, it would have been if Southern could have forced it, right?
Well, they took us to the last day. They took it to
They would have had to beat us twice.
Yeah. They had to beat us twice. So in order, they had to beat us twice. And we had already beaten Southern once.
Right.
So when I say best of three, we had already beaten Southern once. Then we in the championship matchup, we lost the first one, then had to come back in the winner take all.
Yeah. And
then of course, women's track and field were just dominant indoor and outdoor. So so you got your this is a tough category, you know. JT said both softball and volleyball stories are amazing. Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Yes, they were. I mean, tough ones to pick there.
And women's track, because remember, we had to wait till we get to the sprints, the day 3, and everything had to go right, and we ended up going first, second, third, in the hundreds, and just stormed
really
back.
Special group, really a special group. So it's gonna be fascinating to watch how this votes, and a lot of times this will get team. First off, very active on social media, softball and volleyball. Very active. I think previous awards have been won based on the activity of the players, friends, and family.
Yeah, right? Softball won it last year.
Yeah, so I will just say, and that was a volleyball team that was unbeaten, right? That volleyball team was unbeaten, but softball won it last year. So I will say that if there's any folks from volleyball, track and field, you better get out and vote, because this will come down to which team checks in to win these. Who won at the FAMU Awards? Which team won at the FAMU Awards? Who won at the FAMU Awards? Do you remember?
Remember volleyball? Softball won a lot there too. Remember Coach Gray said that men's sports pretty much got shut out almost.
Yeah, softball won. They won. Did they win the team of the year at FAMU Awards? Softball. I know they had the most categories won. I think
so.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's go over to the men's sports team of the year. All right. Well, will it be the baseball team, our golf team, which was national champions? Men's basketball had a great run, finished the regular season as the 2 seed. And you have men's track and field had 2 top 4 finishes at the indoor and outdoor championships. All right. So this one is more of an accomplishment. I mean, none of these teams won a SWAC championship per se, but they were all in contention. They were in the hunt to win a SWAC championship.
Yeah, I think the unknown surprise factor might win the day on that one. Certain programs just have that expectation, and one program in particular used to not have that expectation. Be quiet, Edwin.
Yeah, I'm not even responding, Edwin. You see who's up for the awards. Okay, Edwin, go away. Okay, let's go to the last categories. Memorable moments of the year. Now, all memorable moments aren't great in terms of how they made you feel with a smile. Some of them bring you some frustration, but that's what makes them memorable. So let's go to the women's. The most memorable moment among the women's sports. We've got 5 different categories, 5 different teams here, 5 different events. Track and field has 2 of them. You've got the indoor championships and you've got the outdoor championships.
And they both were won similarly, right? They were behind and they had to rely on these sprints and then go almost to the last event.
Mm-hmm. Volleyball, as mentioned earlier.
Dramatic.
Hosting the SWAC tournament as the 8th seed. and then knocking off the one, winning the title. Second consecutive year, 4 of the last 5.
Yep.
This team definitely was ahead of schedule.
Yes.
You know,
and the schedule dropped today. Today, as a matter of fact, for volleyball.
Yeah, I'll look at that here in a moment. Yeah, we can look at that. Women's basketball, what a season, right? Finished it up with a win over Bethune-Cookman. Remember, we saw that horrible loss to Bethune to open the season, a game in which we literally threw it away, right?
Led the whole game almost.
Yeah, literally threw it away, but we
Last
came back
8
at
seconds.
the end of the season. Yeah, end of the season, we won at home against Bethune, and then we knocked Bethune off in the first round of the playoffs. And so congrats. That was the first win for the women's program in the SWAC tournament. And, of course, who will ever forget Braxton Battle coming pinch hitting after starting every game in the tournament. She's coming off the bench in the championship game, pinch hit, game-winning walk-off victory over Southern in the – I don't know what it was, a dramatic game, so I don't know what inning were we in that one. Like
it was the 7th or the 8th, right?
It was the 7th. Which game didn't we play a game that? Well, the first game against Southern is the one that went
overtime or extra innings,
10 innings or something. Okay, but the second one was trending that way. So
yeah.
All right. Edwin said either C or E. Those are supposed to be championships in the capital of Louisiana. Well,
yeah, it came up a little short.
Came up a little short, you know.
You have to always remember, Edwin, that the Rattlers will strike and strike and strike again.
How many titles did we deny Southern this past year, right? 2, at least 2, those 2. Interesting. Sure. There you go. All right. So those are your most memorable moments. All right. And then the men's memorable moments. Well, we got a few of them here. Football team.
Yeah. Yes, where football was, Evan.
I mean, look, dramatic late game losses. I mean, we will, when we think about the 2025 season, we'll scratch our eyes out thinking about losing on a last-second field goal to Howard, the Hail Mary to Bethune, and I don't know, almost a similar fashion to Valley.
Yeah.
I don't know what we just saw, but the Bethune, of the 3, you know, it's a shame that you put all 3 together here, but they really deserve to be there together.
Yes.
And the crazy part is, Kelvin, if we win all of those games, we are, what are we
8-4. We're not here.
4. Who knows if we even have a change in coaching staff?
Right.
I mean, so that's how crazy that is. Of course, men's basketball season, defeating Bethune-Cookman to close, and then won its opening round in the SWAC. Had us all believing, man. We were all believers. I mean, actually, look, we were.
I was a believer before the season started.
We were a 3-point bucket away by Southern. So there you go, Edwin. There's your payback. The payback was the Southern men's basketball on a last-second 3 to take the lead. I mean, we were up 2.
A wide open 3, too.
Wide open 3 at that. Yeah, we were up 2. It hits a 3 almost from NBA range to beat us by 1. The Kirk Dawkins 800 viral meme you see it in our intro when he passed the runner from Grambling and then kind of looked towards the crowd where his teammates were yelling and screaming for him was beautiful. Our golf team winning the HBCU National Championship at the PGA Works Collegiate Championship. Second time in 3 years we've done that. Heck of a run over these past 3 years where we won 2 of those titles and then the SWAC last year. So heck of a, this FAMU golf program continues to find ways to win big trophies and championships at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And then baseball team did have a great run at the championships. They were hitting the ball well. We were believing, man. We just You know, we got our pitching staff where we wanted it to be on the final day. We didn't see it coming, but Alabama State played a great game on the last day, and we did not. So, but that's how it goes in baseball. So,
and we almost got back into that game. Well, we did get back into that game. I mean, we had runners on base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So there's your most memorable moments. Tough. I got a feeling, you know, it's a question. It's a question of, I think I know where this one is going to go if I had to bet.
Yeah.
But, man, the way you lost those games, though, oof. You know, Rattler Nation it'll be tough for Rattler Nation to vote on something that brings them stomach ulcers, but damn. So I think I know where this vote is going to go. All right. So that's our O&G Awards. Be looking out on social media for the announcements on when you can vote, where you can vote. Again, we'll post those moments again, and we enjoy and appreciate everybody's participation in this. All right. You mentioned, Kelvin, that the volleyball schedule is up.
Yeah.
Let's do a live check-in of the 2026 schedule. We'll do a live share screen here. And this is real time here. There it is, right there on FAMU Athletics. FAMUathletics.com. The 2026 volleyball schedule begins August 13th. That's 2 weeks from today. 14 days, 17 hours, and counting. They will open the season 2 weeks from Thursday at North Florida against Jacksonville.
Preseason game.
And then the regular season looks like it'll begin August 23rd. Waiting to see what that'll be.
That's the Alabama A&M tournament. SWAC versus MEAC. So we played Delaware State.
But who is the 23rd, though? Is that another preseason game?
The 23rd is an exhibition game to be determined.
Okay.
It'll probably be West Florida again, knowing coach.
Okay. And so we begin the regular season Friday, August 28th in Huntsville, Alabama. You see Delaware State, UMES, and North Carolina Central. Then we'll travel over to Jacksonville. Looks like it'll be a tournament against or Jacksonville University host. We'll play Connecticut, Coastal Carolina, and host Jacksonville. Then we're hosting again. Looks like we're hosting another tournament.
Our tournament. Yep.
Our tournament, September 10th. On Thursday, we'll take on Louisiana Lafayette. We'll host Florida International, FIU.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Saturday, Hampton University.
Mm-hmm.
So good to see we'll get a home preseason game or a home regular season non-conference game is what I meant to say.
Yeah, and we're making all the HBCU rounds too. We got the SWAC and the CAA.
Yeah, got four HBCUs there.
Yeah.
Then we'll go up to Mercer University on a Tuesday, a midweek. Rare to see a midweek volleyball game. When's the last time you see one of those? We'll be in New Orleans, Louisiana. Looks like playing in a tournament hosted by the University of New Orleans. We'll take Cal State Fullerton to open, then Idaho, and then the host, University of New Orleans. Oh, the good old SWAC season begins September 25th with the Alabama schools. I feel like we always open the season with the Alabama schools.
Yeah. At least we hosting this year first.
Yeah. Do we have a home football game that day?
We do. That's the Tennessee State game, man. Yeah.
Okay. So that's a good opportunity. That's a good Friday night. Good Friday night to get over to the Lawson Center and support. That should be a good game. Alabama State always has a good team.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be a good game. We need to pack the gym.
And A&M beat us last year too. But we got a lot of players coming back this year. Last year was the time to get us. It's gonna be tough this year.
Right. Then the following weekend, first weekend in October, we travel out to Mississippi, where we'll take on Mississippi Valley State on Friday. Jackson State is always a tough opponent.
Yep.
We come back home the following weekend. We got Bethune-Cookman in the middle of the week on a Wednesday at home. That's interesting. Then we host UAPB and Grambling State. So that's three home games, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And then we get to stay in the state of Florida.
I think that's strategic too. I just want to point out. So is when football is away. That those games are scheduled. When we playing at football, be playing at Alabama State and Jackson those weekends.
Okay. You can see only one game that weekend, and that's traveling over to Daytona Beach to take on the Wildcats. Then we got another home game. So a good stretch where we're in the state of Florida there. You notice that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 games, 4. The Southern and Alcorn State makes 5, 6. So that's 6 games in the state of Florida, 5 out of 6 at home. That's going to be an important stretch right there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we travel up to Alabama, take on Alabama State and Alabama A&M. The Texas schools, the first weekend in November 6th, Texas Southern, and then Prairie View, who was the 1 seed last year. We ended their season, so that'll be an important game. November 8th. We come back home to close out the season. Final weekend of the season, November 13th against Valley, and November 15th against Jackson State. This year, the SWAC tournament will be in Montgomery, Alabama.
Florida Classic weekend.
Florida Classic weekend. Looks like we play everybody in the SWAC. I didn't see there was anybody that we didn't play.
We play Pine Bluff.
We played Pine Bluff. Yeah, I think we got everybody. Yeah. So obviously there's a couple of games where we double up. Like I know we double up on the traditional
East teams, the teams that closest to us.
So that's and then we play and then you have a matchup against everybody else from the other division. Even though the volleyball is not set up in divisions,
right?
It's best overall record, but the travel, as you can see again,
makes sense.
It does. It does. At least volleyball plays everybody. Again, right now, softball is the only sport with enough weekends to do it that doesn't play at least 90% of your opponents. Hopefully that'll change soon. All right. So congrats to volleyball. Great schedule there.
Mm-hmm.
Great schedule. Interesting question here. Edwin said he doesn't understand why the SWAC doesn't have home games for volleyball and soccer to match the home team for football. What do you think about that thought, Kelvin?
It makes sense. Give them a better chance at having some residual attendance numbers. I don't know how much the sports information people are like it. It's just them thing when you got both on the same day on a football game day. It's a lot.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. But, if they put it on a Friday, maybe Friday, Sunday, something like that. As long as they don't put it on Saturday on game day, it's too tough. But I like the idea.
The question is, I think, can you build enough, especially when we're hosting games and football games are happening at the same time? Can you do enough promotional awareness to let the fans know to come? That's what has to happen. There has to be a strategic, concerted plan. How many of those home weekends? Did you chart how many of those home weekends are football weekends?
How many we have?
Yeah, like how many of our home games are in sync with football weekends?
Let's see.
So we're at home on September 25th and 7th. Do we have a home game on the 26th? That's Tennessee State.
No, that's Alabama A&M, ain't it? Yeah, that's last Saturday. Tennessee State is the Saturday before. Alabama A&M, which is at home, is the last Saturday in September.
Okay, so Alabama A&M is the school that's coming in town.
Correct.
Okay, so
yeah,
so their fans will be in attendance, or at least they should, I would imagine.
I don't know what kind of volleyball following they have.
Okay,
but
I'm
the
just
fan
saying,
base will some fan base will be in town. Yes,
it's a good weekend to promote. If we can promote and get people, it's a bookend opportunity, bookend sports weekend, volleyball on Friday and Sunday, football on Saturday. I mean, I think that has to be the pitch, in my opinion, to get folks interested in wanting to come. The next home series we have October 9th and 11th. Do we have a game October 10th at home?
Well, we're on the road. That's when we play Alabama State.
Okay. Well, it's a day trip for some, but anyway. How about October 24th? What do we got? I feel like we have a home game.
That's homecoming.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's homecoming, Pine Bluff.
Well, what do you know? Homecoming weekend, we've got volleyball. That should be packed.
That's going to be interesting too, because you have all the concerts and hits. So I wonder if they got that logistically worked out.
Could they potentially be playing in Gaither?
I don't know. They would have to do some things for Gaither to be NCAA legal. So I don't know.
Okay. So put a pin on that one. That'll be interesting to see how to. We'll have to table that one to find out how the logistic meetings are happening for that weekend, October 23rd. But look at Gail, breaking news. or is that just Gail's? Is Gail being facetious there? Is she like
that's probably more likely than unlikely.
The Lawson Center, yeah. Yeah. All right, we'll pay attention to that one. That'll be interesting. And then the other weekend, well, we already mentioned, November 14th. That's senior night or senior day, the 14th game.
Yeah, that's Valley, ain't it?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Valley's volleyball team is playing the day before.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. So by my count, that's 3 of our home stands are bookend for volleyball.
Yeah.
I think that's a little strategic. That sounds very strategic. Now we have to do our part. FAMU has to do their part. We got to figure out how to promote that so that way we can, bookend the weekend. Simple graphic that talks about the 3 days and the 3 games.
And I know we'll have Coach Gokon on in a couple of weeks, but Coach said something to me in private, and I just want Coach to know I'll be at the games. I'm just not coming down, walking way down there behind the bench, but I'll be there. I'll watch you.
Well, we need a volleyball pep squad. Some things you just have to go back to old school marketing and promotions. You need to find a food vendor, one of them delivery pizza companies, to sponsor a student section at the volleyball matches.
Now I did come down for the tournament. Now I did come down for the tournament and the championship game, but normally I don't like coming down them steps, boy. You got to go back up.
Oh yeah, well, there's elevators, Kelvin. You know that, right?
They're yeah, I do know that.
Oh, okay.
I like my view.
All right, you like your view. Okay. All right. Well, excited to see the volleyball schedules up. We've seen the initial football roster. Football training camp starts Friday. I know social media is already abuzz. We got coaches making bold predictions and strong guarantees. You got video of coaches having their initial meetings. A lot of big talk already happening already in the SWAC and amongst the HBCU football diaspora, Kelvin. The elevator can never be too far, Gail, especially if you have to just walk to it. What's too far is walking up and down those stairs. That's too far. So come on now, Gail. Walk to the elevator. Or walk up 45 steps. It is what it is. All right. Well, that's all I've got. That's all you got, Kelvin. Got anything else you want to add?
No, I think we've gone long enough.
I agree. Make sure to find the BCSN Pod Zone wherever you listen to podcasts. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts. Do a search, and BCSN Pod Zone is the name of the podcast. And all of the shows on the Black College Sports Network can be found there. Just make sure when you get there that you subscribe, download, rate, and review. If you would, that's how you can continue to support our program. You can always hit the Cash App, $MyJBN, MyBCSN. Folks on the YouTube, thank you for joining the YouTube feed, the Black College Sports Network, JBN Online. Anybody can join if you want to contribute and be a regular JBN subscriber. As little as $2.99 a month. Join the BCSN on YouTube. Greatly appreciate all of our content providers and supporters. There's a number of ways in which you can continue to support. Make sure you're following us on all the social media. We need to get, our numbers have kind of stagnated on Twitter and Instagram. every Rattler that's watching, you should already be a follower of our show. I don't know why our numbers are so low, Kelvin. I mean, we got 80,000 alums. At least 40,000 are on Twitter. Can we get 10% of that? I'm just saying.
The athletic department have been saying that about tickets since the beginning of time. So
time to go. All right.
By the way, tickets are available for those of us who've got who already purchased our season tickets. You can pick them up if you paying for them to print them starting Friday. The rest of us who get them electronically, you should have gotten an email letting you know that they'll be available this week.
Paying for print, are these custom tickets, custom designed?
No, it's just a cost.
Huh?
Print is a cost of printing them. Everybody do electric. They're trying to make everybody use their phone.
But I mean,
like everybody else.
But why are they making everybody use their phone? They're not scanning them at the gate. Oh, let me stop. See, I think I'm from getting in trouble.
They do scan them at the game, man. Why are you saying that?
I'm just saying the numbers don't be accurate. That's all I'm saying.
Your eyeball, you got 4 eyes.
It's time to go. We got to thank Dolph again for joining us earlier in the show. Be looking out for the chance to vote on the O&G Awards on all our social media handles. And that's going to do it for tonight. Marcus Green was on the show earlier in case you missed him. And appreciate everybody in the chats for watching, everybody on Instagram Live, on Twitter, everywhere. Make sure to share the show. Let the family know about the O&G StrikeZone right here on the Black College Sports Network. For Kelvin Rozier and Marcus Green, I'm Bryan Fulford. Thank you, family, for watching the show. Good luck to the boys that are taking the field, and good luck to the ladies that are taking the court. We're ready for the start of the season to begin. Season number 6 of the O&G StrikeZone will begin next week. We're excited and thankful that you are joining us on this journey. Big things are coming in the upcoming year. We can't wait to share. All right, everybody. Good night. God bless. Strike, and strike again. Peace out, everybody.
Thank you.